You start off being like just introducing yourself.
Yo, it's your boy Grandmaster Shogun, leader of the society, Kaleidoscope Records. You know what it is.
So where did the name come from, Grandmaster Shogun?
Well, I guess in order to know that, you gotta know like kind of like the backstory, you know, to how I got to be Shogun. Because originally that wasn't my first rap name. I don't know if I've ever said that before. Like, it wasn't my first rap name. My first rap name was Samurai Ty. And like in the feudal pyramid, I went from Samurai to Shogun. So how I got Shogun is I heard it in the song one time. I heard it in a Wu-Tang song. I heard it in a song called Triumph. And in the first verse, Inspect the Deck is like Shogun. Damn, that's fire. Like, no one's called the Shogun in rap. So like, I'm gonna make that. And at first, it was Lord Shogun because it was like an oxymoron. Because you can't be like a lord is just a figurehead in the feudal pyramid. The Shogun is really the person who runs the entire government, military, economic side, and things like that. So.
Okay, S is for the stature and H is for the harmony. O is the obituary you receive for starting with me. These verses doper than pills that be at the pharmacy, or a needle that a fiend used to clog an artery. I'm about to lead a shit
like
along
this rap be to be Lord Shogun, and then eventually dropped that. Became Legendary Shogun, and then Grandmaster Shogun after I played thousands of hours of Mortal Kombat. So
How do you feel like you've evolved in the last couple of years?
I feel like when I first started rapping, like I had a very like small window of what rap was and what it could do. Like I felt like I was the rapper who could just walk into a cypher, just kill it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like that was just my purpose. Like that was it. Like just walk into ciphers and start killing shit, and then you'll just be known like that. But then I realized like I want to say more. Yeah, I feel like there was a point in time where I was just like concerned with just getting oohs and ahs, you know, and I feel like there was more to that. There's more than that. And as I listen to different artists and hearing things, you know, that they do, I feel like I wanted to do more. Like I wanted to reflect on my life a lot more. And I do that a lot in my music often, just reflecting and just taking life experiences. Like a rapper that got me on to that is just like listening to, and I feel like this is a very basic answer, is Nas. Just re-listening to Illmatic as like an adult really like changed my perspective, and I was like, wow, he's really like saying a lot of shit that shouldn't be taken for granted. So I feel like I've always progressed towards like being more and more vulnerable, you know, incorporating more and more experiences, you know, things that people are afraid to talk about. So yeah, shit like that.
Do you feel like who you are now and this identity of being Grandmaster Shogun, there's a difference between the two? Like, do you switch on and off, or?
Nah, Shogun all the time, you know. And I feel like that's another thing too, because immersing myself in the culture of hip hop, like I feel like I became more than a student, you know. I wanted to like be like make an imprint in the culture, like make a footprint, you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel that your words can impact situations that you want to attack?
It's a good question, because words are powerful. I'll talk about this one thing I went through with how DMX saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I was 2017, I wasn't living very righteous and shit like that. So I hope that the words that DMX spoke and slipped in like that level of potency, I hope I have that, and I hope that one day it can help somebody, you know, save somebody's life and shit like that. Actually, like people like text me about this one song I dropped on my album Project Delta, about the intro from Wind From Within. Like people tell me like, yo, like this shit, it just speaks to me, bro.
The birds chirping, I had to ruffle some feathers, and I still persevered in the harshest location with home visits and drug tests from probation. I couldn't slip up. My PO was patiently waiting, trying to send me to the same prisons my uncle had stayed in.
And things like that. You know, even when I feel like quitting sometimes, I'll be seeing shit like that and be like, wow, like, you know, like, I got a purpose, you know, what I'm saying, like, what I'm saying has value. So, yeah, I value, like, you know, what I say things with intention, and I tell people about that all the time. Like, if you're gonna say something, make sure that it matters, you know. I mean, rapping just for the fuck of it is cool. Like, I'm a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I'm a part of the culture, so I get that. But when you're putting something out there and you want it to be remembered, you want to say something that's like, you know what I'm saying, people can co-sign that shit, you know?
Talking about Project Delta, like, what was your steps to get there, and how has that not only changed who you are today, but like, what was the process that you feel like maybe it changed you, maybe it didn't?
Well, Project Delta, I feel like that's my first real album. You know, like, that's the, like, you know, before I dropped like tapes and stuff like that, like EPs and things like that, but Project Delta, that was like my first attempt at like making something like cognizant, something cohesive, something that people can go back to often, and shit like that. So it took a lot of effort, you know. I wrote things down for this one, you know, like in a notebook, like the theme, like the beats, like the message I'm trying to convey. Like, I wrote all that down. Like, it took so many steps. I did physicals, you know what I'm saying? I sold CDs for that one. Like, I quit my job for that, you know, to pursue music full time because of that album. Project Delta, that's a special album. 2-year anniversary just passed for it. So yeah, shout out to everybody who's on Project Delta, even if I don't fuck with them anymore.
And so, Kaleidoscope. Dive in.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to that Kaleidoscope, you know. But Kaleidoscope is a collective of different people, different artists, different creators from different groups all over New York City and beyond. But yeah, we all from different groups, we all from different walks of life, different, you know, some of us are from Long Island, some of us are from Jersey, many of us are from the city, some of us are from way out of state, like the Midwest. Shout out to Gemini. She's new in the group and shit. But yeah, you know, our goal, you know, well, the goal that I have for Kaleidoscope is to, you know, kind of put us on the map, like put the underground scene that we have on the map. I feel like it's always changing, always growing, and all of us want the same thing. So I was like, why don't we just put all that together? And it was also another way to like unite my different musical friend groups, because I always like think of like collaborations that people could do. And I'm like, damn, if I can just get them in the studio together. You know, actually this past Sunday was the year for my first volume tape. So if you ain't listened to the Cooking Soul Freestyles Volume 1, it's on YouTube and SoundCloud only.
Parts in between the sheets. I know niggas who push bass without making a beat. Lions, tigers, and bears. Yeah, this jungle is concrete. On a beat, I'm off the leash. Don't try to compare. You see, I'm shining so bright. Got their vision impaired.
Yeah, Kaleidoscope is special. You know, all of us, like I said, we all want the same thing. We all want to succeed, put each other on the map. You know, we be bumping heads sometimes, but you know, what great group doesn't?
Why the name Kaleidoscope?
The name actually by Light Switch from Cartel Haven, and he said, and I might be paraphrasing when I say this. He said that different groups represent different colors in a kaleidoscope. When you come together, you make something beautiful. Some shit like that. But yeah, shout out to Light Switch. He's very wise beyond his years. He's only 20. He told me that shit. I was like, damn. That's how I know he smoked a lot of weed. So, this nigga came up with some profound shit. And I was like, wow. It's great. But yeah, shout out to my boy Switch.
You think of yourself 10 years ago. If they were to see you now.
10 years ago, if my 17-year-old Shogun could see myself now, he'd be like, damn, you're not playing basketball? Like, that's crazy. And it's like, I feel at 17, I was like rapping, but I wasn't serious. Like, I just wrote shit down. I never practiced it. And then I would be like, damn, I'm confident to like sit rap in front of people. Like, yeah, bro, like, people fuck with us, man. Like, you know, it's tough, but we're doing it. You know, and I feel like if 17-year-old me could see that, like, that'd be crazy. Inspire him to do some great shit. But, you feel me? I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of 17-year-old me. You know, for sticking it, sticking it the way through and shit. Many times I could have gave up on my journey, but I didn't. I unfortunately got injured in basketball. So.
What happened?
I was in a game, and I was trying to go for 50 because I fucking hate it. And I went to go to the basket, and I crossed over left. I went to go drive with my left leg. My whole shit buckled. Dislocated my knee. I got a song about that on my EP, and the story goes, it's called Dislocation Blues. It's just talking about how no basketball kind of changed me and shit like that. What I did after I got injured, all I did was just rap. That's why I got so serious about music. Like, I was playing ball and I was rapping. I had one foot in and one foot out of each thing, So when I got injured, I was like, I can't do nothing. I can't just sit here and do nothing. So I started rapping. Well, not started rapping, but started taking it more serious. Started going to the studio every week. Started writing more at home. Taking advice from people. Networking and shit like that. Pardon me.
Where do you see yourself or want to see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. 10 years. There's so much I want to do. I want to make a short film. I want to do that. Do my own podcast. I want to perform. I don't know. I want to do so much. I want to do a song with some of my favorite artists, like Shagun, China Streets. Shout out my guy Nick Moody, that's another one. J Sos. There's just so many people, so much shit. But in 10 years, the biggest goal is that I want to have Kaleidoscope be kind of like at the forefront of the New York scene. I feel like New York is a melting pot of sounds, and I feel like in the 90s there was a definite New York sound, and I feel like that sound was so it's so great, you know what I'm saying? It stuck for so long that people think that's supposed to be how we're supposed to sound forever. And because there's so many different cultures in New York and so many different people from different walks of life, I feel like Kaleidoscope could represent that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's from somewhere, and somehow we all sound so different, but yet so amazing. So yeah, that's what I want. Kaleidoscope to be on top.
Who are you listening to that's from New York right now?
From New York. Obviously Shagun. She's from Buffalo, China Streets. I'm pretty sure China's from Brooklyn or Queens, one of the two. Pretty sure Brooklyn though. Obviously my people from Kaleidoscope, my son Robert. I've listened to his album so fucking much. Severe. He's from the Bronx. Myself, I'm from the Bronx. Obviously some classics like Nuñez, Buckshot from BCC. That's Bootcamp Click for those of you who are not knowledgeable in the hip hop era in the 90s like I am. There's so many people, but a lot of people out of New York though. Like, I've been listening to a lot of like Little Brother, and they're from North Carolina. So I feel like that sound is just like, it's just so fire. Oh, another New York artist. His name is Mussolini. He's he's dope. He's dope. He makes really lavish like pimp music. And something about that is just. But yeah, a lot of out of New York people like Freddie Gibbs. I don't know if y'all familiar with Freddie Gibbs. But yeah, he's one of my favorites for sure.
But I have one more.
What's up?
What's your favorite color and why?
What's my favorite color and why? I would usually say a joke and be like black because it's the color of my soul. But I'm gonna be serious. Favorite color? I don't know. Like orange. Orange is a cool color.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just looks nice. It's a big color.
It's a New York color too.
Yeah, you know, color of the Mets, the Knicks. I don't know if niggas is a Mets fan. I'm not really a baseball fan. I just like the Mets because they have nice colors.
You want to say one more thing to the camera? Shout anybody out?
Shout out all the Kaleidoscope. Shout out Tomcat, Social Club. Shout out my guy Zoe. Shout out Blaine. Love you, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out to my birthday twin, Rima Nifa. Shout out to my other birthday twin, Trini. We all got to link up this year and get fucking blasted. Crazy. What you call it? Smokehouse on 420. Smokehouse on 420.
Yeah, elaborate on Smokehouse.
Alright, so Smokehouse is basically the album that Kaleidoscope has been working on the past couple of months. It will be a unison, a whole bunch of different artists. You're gonna hear a whole bunch of me on there, so be prepared for that. But Smokehouse is based off of something called the Viper Room that Johnny Depp had in like '93 in Cali, and it was basically like a private club, dive bar, lounge, whatever the case may be. And since Johnny Depp was the owner, he only let people that he fucked with in Smokehouse, in the Viper Room. And so Smokehouse is based off of that. It's an exclusive smokers club for people the underground scene in New York City and beyond, possibly. But it's dropping on 420, like I said. Produced by Bougie, Tomcat Social Club. Shout out to Bougie, that man is a genius. There's also might be a deluxe, and on the deluxe you might hear some different producers. You might hear some Patches. You might hear some Bellamy. You might hear some Benny Boy Beats. You might hear a whole bunch of different people. But just know that the album is dropping at 420. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Smokehouse.
Facts, Smokehouse. You know what it is.
Touch me like a scantron, now you in trouble. You choose the wrong answer, you get let in your bubble. I'm